Hello students, welcome you all back in the series of online classes. Our today's topic is students, after completing the chapter, that is the revision of chapter real number, now today I am going to start second chapter, that is of polynomials. So first of all, we will learn what is polynomial. Okay. So our today is second chapter, that is polynomial. Polynomial. Chapter 2. So first of all, we want to know that what is polynomial. What is polynomial? So simply you may call an algebraic expression in which the power of the variable is non-negative integrals only is called polynomial. The definition of polynomial will be an algebraic expression in which power of the variable is non-negative integrals only. For example, you can take 3x square plus 5x plus 3. This is an algebraic expression in which you can see that the power of the variable, and variable is here x. So you can see that the power of the variable is non-negative number. Non-negative number means the number which are not negative. It means that the number starting with 0 are called non-negative numbers, because 0 is a number which is neither negative nor positive. Your positive numbers start with 1. So when we talk about the non-negative numbers, it means that it starts from the 0. So you can see in this example that the power of the variable is non-negative number, integer, and it is integral only. It means it is not in fraction. Here power is 2, here power is 1. So this is a type of polynomial. This is called polynomial. Now on the highest power, degree, there is also a term degree comes in it. Degree will be the highest power of variable is called degree. So when we talk the degree of example this, then its degree will be what? Its degree will be, highest power is 2, so its degree will be 2. This is the highest power. So this is called degree of this expression. So on the basis of the degree, polynomials are divided into different types, that are linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial, etc. So on the basis of degree, polynomials are, now we come to the types of polynomial. now let's see the types of polynomial. Types of polynomial on basis of degree. So when we talk about the types of polynomial, first polynomial is linear polynomial. Second one is quadratic polynomial. And third one is cubic polynomial. And fourth one is biquadratic polynomial. So a linear polynomial, a polynomial of degree 1. In quadratic polynomial, a polynomial of degree 2. Cubic polynomial, a polynomial of degree 3. And biquadratic polynomial of degree 4. So on basis of degree, these are the 4 polynomial which you need to know and their degree. Linear polynomial, those polynomial whose degree is 1 are called linear polynomial. It means that the highest power of the variable in linear polynomial will be always 1. Second, quadratic polynomial, a polynomial having degree 2 is called quadratic polynomial. Thereafter, cubic polynomial, a polynomial having degree 3 is called cubic polynomial, and thereafter biquadratic polynomial is that polynomial whose degree is 4. So these are few basic things. Before starting to represent this, before starting the chapter, now you need to the graphical representation of the polynomial. Or geometrical meaning of the polynomial. So our next topic is graphical representation of the polynomial. Mainly you have to learn the polynomial of linear polynomial and quadratic polynomial only. So graphical representation of polynomial. Graphical representation of polynomial. So first, linear polynomial. First we will see the linear polynomial. Let ax plus b is the, let px equals to ax plus b is a linear polynomial. Now when you want to represent the linear polynomial in Cartesian plane, then you will have suppose there is a table x and y, and when you take, and suppose this is your y, x equals to 0, then y equals to b, and x equals to, suppose minus b by a, then y equals to 0. So when you represent it, x equals to 0, then y equals to, suppose b, and when x equals to minus b by a, then y equals to 0. So this is the graph of, as you know, that linear polynomial is a graph you got a straight line. So the value at which the value of this polynomial is 0b, and this is minus b by a 0. Suppose this is point A and this B. So this is the representation of the linear polynomial, and solution of linear polynomial will be solution of linear polynomial px will be minus b by a. So this is your solution. So where the linear graph of linear polynomial intersects the x-axis, that point will be the solution for linear polynomial. Now similarly, in case of quadratic polynomial, when you represent the polynomial, you will get a graphical parabolic shape. Second is quadratic polynomial. Let px equals to ax square plus bx plus c be a quadratic polynomial. So when you represent this polynomial on the Cartesian plane, suppose this type O x dash y dash, then you will get a parabola shape. You will get the shape of parabola like this way, or you may got this way also. You may got this shape. This is shape of parabola. It is called parabola. Now you will see that the parabola having one end open and one end closed. This end is open and this one is closed. Similarly, this is end open and this end is closed. The opening or closing of the ends of parabola depends upon A. Suppose this is your case 1 and this is your case 2. So when A will be greater than 0, this A will be greater than 0, then the parabola having open ends upwards, that is figure 1. And when A is less than 0, then the parabola having open end downwards, that is figure number 2. So this is the case. When the value of A is greater than 0, then you will get such type of parabola which open ends upward, and when A is less than 0, then you will get the parabola having their open ends downward. So in this way, whenever you represent a quadratic polynomial graphically, you will get the shape of parabola. So now this is the exercise, basic things related to the chapter polynomial. Now coming to the exercise, your first question is very easy. In first question, there are some graphical representation given. So just you have to count the graphical line intersects at x-axis or not, and if intersecting at x-axis, at how many points the line intersecting at x-axis. If it intersects at x-axis at one point, then it has only one zeros, and if it intersects the x-axis at 2 points, then it will have two zeros, and if it not intersects x-axis at any point, then obviously it will have no zero. So your graph 1 having no zero, graph 2 having 1 zero, graph 3 having 3 zeros, graph 4 having 2 zeros, graph 5 having 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, and graph 6 having 1, 2, 3, 3 zeros. So in this way, simply you have to see the graph and you have to check that at how many points graph intersecting at x-axis. So now we are coming to the exercise 2.2. 2.1 was simply graphical representation. So let's see the exercise 2.2. Exercise 2.2. Exercise 2.2. The first question is, find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomial and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. You have to find the zeros of the polynomial, and thereafter you need to verify the relation between the zeros and the coefficients. So this is the question. Let's see. The first question is, let polynomial of x, we read it as polynomial of x equals to x square minus 2x minus 8. Now we have to first find the zeros of the polynomial. So you need to find the zeros. Zeros are that particular value for which the whole polynomial becomes the zero. So you need to find zero. So since px equals to 0, now x square minus 2x minus 8 equals to 0. So factorize it by using the splitting of middle term. So you can have x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 equals to 0. Taking x as common, x minus 4 plus 2 into x minus 4 equals to 0. So you finally have x minus 4 into x plus 2 equals to 0. So you can take x minus 4 equals to 0. So x equals to 4. And x plus 2 is equal to 0. It means x equals to minus 2. So here you got, here minus 2 and 4 are the zeros of px, polynomial of x. Here we got two numbers such that after putting that number in this expression, you will got 0 value. So that's why these two numbers, that is 4 and minus 2, are said to be zeros of the polynomial. Let's check it. When you put x equals to 4, then it will be 16 minus 8 minus 8. Minus 8 and minus 8 will become 16. So 16 minus 16 equals to 0. For similar for that, minus 2, when you put minus 2 for x, you will have minus 2a square, that is 4. Minus 2 into minus 2 will again become 4. 4 plus 4, 8, and minus 8 equals to 0. So zeros are those number, by putting that number in the given polynomial, whole polynomial becomes 0. that is the zeros of the polynomial, and this is the method of finding zeros of the polynomial. Now we have to check the relation of the polynomial with the coefficients of the relations between the zeros and the coefficients of the polynomial. So first you find sum of zeros. Sum of zeros. You may have 4 minus 2 and 4 is 0. So your sum will be 2. And 2 can be written as minus coefficients of x. Coefficients of x by coefficients of x square. So you can write it 2 as minus coefficient of x is what? Minus 2. So minus and minus will become 2 and coefficient of x square is 1. So you can write the sum of zeros in this formal. So minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. This is the relation between the sum of the zeros. Now product of zeros. Product of zeros will be what? Minus 2 and 4 equals to minus 8. Minus 8 can be written as constant by coefficient of x square. You can see that minus 8 is constant number and coefficient of x square, that is 1. So this is the main relation between the zeros and their coefficients of the polynomial. Sum of zeros is equal to minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square, which you have to remember, and product of zeros is equals to constant by coefficient of x square. This also you must have to remember. And here you can see that in this question these two conditions have been verified very clearly. So I hope that all of you must have understood this type of question. Now coming to the next question, that is the question number second. Take a second question. So second question is of different type. Like find a quadratic polynomial each with the given numbers as the sum and product of its zero. In second question, sum of zeros and product of zeros are given and you need to find the polynomial. So let's see the second question. Let's see question number 2 first. Find a quadratic polynomial each given the sum and product of its zero. Sum of zeros. First one is sum of zeros, that is 1 by 4, and thereafter product of zeros, which is of second number, that is minus 1. Now you need to form the quadratic polynomial. So you have to use one result since required quadratic polynomial equals to x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. This is the relation. So by putting this x square minus sum of zeros is known, that is 1 by 4 into x plus product of zeros is minus 1. So multiply by 4 in this polynomial, then you will have 4x square minus x minus 1. So this is your required polynomial. By using a result, this formula, you can have this polynomial. So this is the method. Whenever the sum and product of the zeros are given, you need to use two such methods. sorry, there is a mistake. When we multiplied 4, then this term will be also 4. So this is the answer of the question. Just you have to remember this formula. Whenever the sum and product of zeros are known, then to form a quadratic polynomial, you have to remember that x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. With the help of this formula, we conclude that get our required quadratic polynomial. And whenever zeros are only given, then you need to find their sum and their product. After that, you have to put them in this formula, and so you get the answer. Now, taking one more question of this type. See the question number. Take a question number, which one? Take a question number 5. Here, sum of zeros equals to minus 1 by 4, and product of zeros equals to 1 by 4. You are supposed to form the quadratic polynomial. So required quadratic polynomial equals to x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. So put on this formula, so it will be x square minus sum of zeros is your minus 1 by 4 into x plus product of zeros is 1 by 4. So minus will multiply, so it will become x square plus 1 by 4, x plus 1 by 4. Now multiplying all x terms by 4, so it will become 4x square plus x plus 1. And this is your required quadratic polynomial, whose sum was minus 1 by 4 and product was 1 by 4. So in this way, children, you can solve such type of question. Now your homework is to do exercise 2.1 and 2.2 both. This is your homework. So now try to solve these questions and do yourself to get the topic. Okay, thank you.